There's this expression we see all the time, every single day. It's so common that most of us just look right past it. It looks like a smile, sure, but it's not really about happiness. It's hiding right there in plain sight. And in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and see what it really means.
I guarantee you've seen this. Maybe at a big family dinner or with a friend who's telling you a story. You might have even caught a glimpse of it in your own reflection. It's a look that feels so familiar, but what's really going on behind it? Yeah, this isn't that huge ear-to-ear grin we think of when we hear the word smile. Nope. This is something else entirely. It's more subtle, it's controlled, and you can just feel it. It's carrying a weight that a purely happy smile just doesn't have. So, what is it really trying to tell us? If it's not just joy, then what is it? Okay, let's dive in and break this whole thing down. Okay, so first things first, let's really establish what this quiet smile is. The key thing that sets it apart is that it feels deliberate. It's less of a spontaneous, joyful outburst and much more of a conscious choice. It's an expression that's being carefully managed. The thing is, for so many girls, this starts really young. They learn that a smile isn't just one thing. It's like a multi-purpose tool. And more often than not, it becomes a way to cover up what's really going on inside. Sadness, anger, or just plain hurt. And that leads us to this really powerful idea. The smile as a kind of armor. Now, this isn't about trying to fool anyone. It's about self-preservation. Let's dig into what that actually looks like. So this emotional armor, it's basically a shield. It's a way to protect yourself from having to show a vulnerability you're not ready to share, or from getting into conversations you just don't have the energy for. It keeps those prying questions at bay. And this quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Because sometimes trying to find the words to explain a deep, complicated pain feels like a bigger mountain to climb than just dealing with the pain itself. So up goes the armor, on comes the smile. So you have to wonder, where does this come from? I mean, this kind of behavior doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's a response to all these messages we get from the world around us. Let's take a look at how society kind of shapes this. It all starts with these little throwaway phrases. Things like this. It's a simple message, really, your feelings are too much, they're an overreaction, tone it down. And then it gets a little more personal, right? This question implies that your sensitivity is actually a character flaw, something you should probably fix or at the very least hide. And finally, there it is, the direct instruction. This one just comes right out and tells you to literally replace how you're feeling with an expression that's more convenient for everyone else. And so the lesson is learned, hide it. So what happens is you end up with this pattern, this kind of automatic replacement system. Society discourages speaking your mind, so you just smile instead. It frowns on crying, so you laugh it off. Admitting you're in pain can be seen as weak, so you just say, I'm fine. It becomes second nature. So now that we understand why the armor is there, let's try to crack the code. Because this smile, it isn't just a blank wall. It's actually a form of communication. A secret code that's saying a lot more than you might think. And it's really important to get this. This isn't about being dishonest. A lot of the time, it's about trying to protect other people. The person smiling might not want to feel like a burden, or, bring down the vibe in their room. They don't want to seem weak, or they honestly just can't find the right words. So what is the quiet smile really saying? Well, sometimes it's saying this. It's a quiet confession of just being worn out, paired with the total uncertainty of how to even start asking for a little support. Other times, it's about this profound sense of being alone in it all. It's this deep-seated belief that your pain is just too different, too messy, or too complicated for anyone else to ever really get it. And this might be the most vulnerable message of all. It's admitting that the strong front they put up every day is exhausting, and all they really want is a single moment to let their guard down, a moment to just be. So, what do we do with all this? Where do we go from here? Well, that brings us to our last section. Think of it as an invitation for all of us to get a little better at looking closer and listening just a bit deeper. Now, these aren't going to be huge flashing red lights. They're subtle. It's all about noticing the little things that are just a bit off. The smile that pops up a little too often, even when it doesn't fit. The laugh that's a little too quiet and doesn't quite reach the eyes. Or that I'm okay that's out of their mouth before you've even finished asking the question. Pay attention to the too much and too little.
And this right here, this is probably the most crucial takeaway of all. The goal isn't to be a hero and rush in to try and fix everything. It's just about acknowledging what's there. The simple act of saying, I see you, can be way more powerful than any so-called solution. Ultimately, it really all comes down to this. Just looking past that carefully built armor and seeing the actual person standing behind it. It's a small act of paying attention that can make someone feel truly, deeply seen. And in a world that so often tells us to hide, that can mean absolutely everything.